You know, fear and anxiety are very real things, and oftentimes a large goal or even completing a day can just seem so daunting. And believe it or not, it's actually more common than you think. My days currently are pretty busy, and I could easily get lost in what the feeling of the end of the day is going to feel like. Can I even make it there? Can I get all the things done that I want to get done? And I find that the easiest way to combat all of that is just to take the first micro step possible. For instance, yesterday, day 43, I didn't feel the greatest. I even hinted it on yesterday's reel, but it was just one step at a time. You know, when I first got to the gym, for example, I was like, there's no way I'm going to go through this entire workout and make my numbers. But then I also thought about it and I second checked myself and I said, you know, let's just see how I feel after the warm up and when I get to the first set and everything like that. And when I got to the first set, I was like, let me just do the best that I can. And then I got my numbers on my first set. I was like, okay, cool. Like if I could bring that same energy to the second set, which I did, now you multiply that times 20 and I was done with the workout. Now, was it hard to do in retrospect? Of course. I didn't feel like doing it. But great habits are built over lots of hours, lots of practice. I always say if you want to be an expert at something, you got to invest 10,000 hours in that one thing. And sometimes that one thing or just the chasing of a healthy lifestyle can seem so daunting. I get it. It's all about the first steps. And when I get into situations where I'm overthinking, or maybe I even have a little bit of anxiety or some fear, I look at my priority list. I think, what's the most important? What will make me think better? And how can I get that done in the beginning of the day or even the first part of the afternoon? And towards the end of the day, it's like, okay, the easier tasks, things I can do maybe when I'm sitting on the couch. And that's how I get sometimes through tough days. But overthinking things definitely doesn't help anything. But thinking about the very first thing always helps. And on day 43, that's exactly how it went. I just, crushed a okay workout. I did a fair amount of work actually. And I knew that since I wanted to take a day off on cardio the very next day, that I had to do cardio that day, which turned out to be okay cardio. It wasn't the greatest, but it's one step in front of the other. So if you're out there and trying to crush big things, just take it a step at a time. Super small steps. Follow for day 44.